Video response back to you, Lydell. You say, what are my thoughts on Phillip Mitchell Anthony and the Hebrew brothers showing up in front of his church? Wow. Uh, I knew that was going to happen. I'm going to be real with you. I knew that was going to happen because what he said, especially when he said Jesus was not black and then you can eat what you want and bless it. But then he mentioned them Hebrew Israelites like that. And what he said, he had to know he was setting himself up for that one. But I just hate to see all the going back and forth, man, because there's so many people on the outside looking in. I like to say that they be like, that's why I don't want no part of God or religion or church folks, because it seems like all everybody's doing is just trying to prove who's right and who's wrong. And I get that. But he had to know when he made that those statements that they was gonna come for him. And I don't know how many of them showed up out there. I heard it was about 200, but they out there calling him, the people that's in the congregation walking by, you talking about, they saying your pastor is a liar. Prove this in scripture, prove that in scripture. They said you got Edomites in your church. I told you a lot of our Israelite brothers, they can't stand the Edomites. I mean, it's like you got to realize the hatred that a lot of them have. I'm not saying all of them. Some of them, man, got a problem with just the color white people or Caucasian. So they even said all of that. But Phillip Mitchell Anthony kind of set himself up for that one because, hey, they came strong. One thing about them, man, they'll show up on site. But like I said, I've never seen none show up at a Jehovah's Witness. It's like we always attacking each other. We got to talk loud with the Bible in our hand and scream and yell to get our point across. It's like, then you got to realize, what is that doing? What is it doing for the ones who are really lost? And I'm not talking down about nobody. I'm just being real. But every time I see these Christians versus Israelite going at it, I just wonder, wow, what did the Most High think about that? I've been saying this for years. Our brothers, man, they're very, very knowledgeable, but a lot of them approach is just it's so raw and real to run people off. Versus here come a Christian saying this. See, raw and real ain't never bothered me. I'm from the hood, so that's the way I like it. But I can't say the same for the one who is kind of timid or why they yelling or why they hot. It don't bother me, but but it may bother somebody else and will bother somebody else. But because we all are different. But I just look at this. How many people are we drawing and how many people are we running away? So just like they showed up at Geno Jennings' church. I mean, you got to realize, man, it's some people don't mind taking it there with you. But all I see is a lot of yelling, screaming, fussing, arguing, debating, and more people lost and on their way to hell. That's the way I look at it. And I just always tell people, man, you can't make nobody accept the gospel. Man, I mean, you got to realize that you've done your job once you spread the word. But when Phillip Mitchell Anthony did that, though, man, I already knew. I said they gonna go to that church. They gonna show up on their church ground. So I don't know if y'all saw the videos, but I've seen it, and man, they going hard out there on that ground. Like, man, your pastor's a liar. Your pastor's a liar. And I just always pray when stuff like that happens, that violence don't break out. Somebody don't get beat up or somebody don't get shot or killed because, man, everybody don't take things the same way. So that's my little 2 cents on that, man. I just pray more and more people will study to show themselves approving unto the Most High. Stop going to church waiting on the pastor to do everything for you, study for you. You got to study on your own and pray in the Spirit, study in the Spirit. And on that note, I love y'all. Shalom.